Many factors affect the landscape, from different things moving and leaving minerals, and how the Earth's soil got to the way it is today. Today we'll be looking at erosion, weathering, deposition, and soil. Let's begin with how a rock or other minerals get smaller enough to transport. There are many different ways that a rock can be broken down or weathered away, like frost wedging. Frost wedging happens when water freezes in the cracks of rocks and breaks them apart. This happens because water expands when frozen and puts pressure on the rock. Now that's a lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
There's another process of removing parts like frost wedging, called exfoliation. Through pressure underneath the rock, it will peel off like how you peel an onion's layers. This makes it look like a dome. Just like there are many ways to make a pizza, there are many ways to break a rock. We just covered types of wedging called mechanical weathering. To fall under this category of weathering, you must use physical means to break the rock. In turn, there's another way to break down a rock, through chemicals called chemical weathering. Chemical weathering happens when chemicals break down a rock. I'm sure at some point in your life you've seen a form of chemical weathering. It's rust. Rust is a form of oxidation. Oxidation happens when oxygen reacts to other things. Like how that screwdriver you left outside is all rusty. That's chemical weathering. Like weathering, there are many different types of erosion. Erosion is the way minerals get moved from one place to another, like a car on a highway or a plane in the sky. Minerals got to get to the places, and there are many different ways that they get there. Water, wind, glaciers, even humans move minerals. Let's start with water. It puts little cracks in the earth that are called rill erosion. But if rill erosion gets out of hand, I'm looking at you, water, it can become a gully erosion, which is bad for everyone involved. Wind and glaciers can both move minerals like water. It's an example of glaciers moving minerals is Glacier Park in Montana. Likewise, the Dust Bowl is an example of wind erosion. Gravity can also be erosion, as it pulls things down. Enough of erosion, let's talk about what happens when minerals stop. Deposition. What is it? Well, deposition is what happens. Minerals stop and just stay there where they are. That's all I've got for this part, so let's talk about soil. Soil. Why do people love it so much? Is it that it grows our plants or our food? Is it because it holds us from falling into the earth? Whatever your reason for liking soil, there are many different forms and ways it can form. Let's start where the soil starts, at the beginning. Soil starts with something called a parent material. Bedrock is one of them. Parent material is what gives the soil nutrients, and in some cases, the soil will be removed from the area. This is what we call transported soil. In turn, if the soil stays put, it's called residual soil. The soil layers together are called soil profile, but if you only take one of the layers, it's called a soil horizon. Some of the layers are the O horizon, which is the topsoil with all the plants. A horizon, which is the weathered rock and rich dark soil. The B horizon, which is the clay and minerals deposited by water. And finally, the C horizon, which is mainly just bedrock. In the end, the soil has many factors that affect the creation, 5 to be exact. They are climate, topography, parent material, biological activity, and time. Those factors also affect texture, fertility, and color. In the end, the soil is great. and we should do everything we can to preserve it. Weathering, erosion, deposition, and soil. These are all factors that make the world the way it is, from mountain ranges to valleys. I hope you learned some today, and as always, have a good day.